I did marathons, ultra marathons. That became triathlons, eventually do Ironmans. And then once I started doing the triathlons was about when it started. Probably about 3 years ago, started to notice things were wrong. I think I got sick. I had a really bad stomach bug. And shortly after that, I was running, I was swimming, I was biking. And every time I would do it, I would get constant regurgitation in my throat. I would throw up while I was training. And it was just a constant misery. I did the Ironman, Lake Placid back in July. Throughout the training, it had gotten worse and worse and worse. When I was doing the race, I was vomiting the whole race. And so when I finished, I had had enough. So I decided to go in and see Dr. Mong.
He presented to a gastroenterologist who gave him the diagnosis of acid reflux and a hiatal hernia. And so with that diagnosis, it's treated either medically with acid suppressive type medications, or patients will elect, for many reasons, lifestyle, things like that, to meet with a surgeon to consider surgical interventions to manage that disease process.
We actually had a really in-depth conversation with him, being an athlete too. I think it really helped.
So I've run now 3 monumental marathons here in Indy. So the past 3 years I've been able to compete and finish those. And so it's nice when you connect with a patient, not only with the disease process that you enjoy fixing, but then when you connect with them from like an endurance sport standpoint, it helps get you even more involved in their care.
I told him what I do, what I want to do, and normally that's very long distance endurance events. And so with what was going on, it wasn't really sustainable. And that was the conversation that we had. So that's why I decided to make the change for it. The surgery was to repair the hiatal hernia. Basically, stomach was going through the diaphragm, so they just had to pull it back down. Today makes 3 weeks out of surgery. I think 2 days after the surgery, I was off all pain pills. I wasn't taking anything for pain anymore because I just didn't have any. I was on a liquid diet, full liquid, for about the first 3 days. And by day 3, I was up going for walks, just because I'm not one to sit in the house and stay cooped up. The past year was pretty rough. There was a lot of times where I was miserable. I didn't want to move, I didn't want to do anything, I didn't want to train, and I got pretty depressed because fitness is a huge part of my life. So I think rounding this corner now and being on the other side of it has been a really good thing.